Hello guys, welcome to another video. If you live in Accra or Kumasi or in any of the capital cities in Ghana, I'm sure you understand that rent is very expensive in this country, especially in Accra. Now, most of our landlords and landladies will require you to pay your rent in full. So they'll tell you 1 year advance, 2 years advance. It's very expensive if you have to pay a lump sum for just renting, right? What if there's a simple way where you can pay your rent on a monthly basis? So I'm going to show you a service that allows you to do this, where you can pay your rent on a monthly basis. So there are several services in Ghana that has this now, where you can pay your rent in installments, on a monthly basis. But I want to talk about one that is called Renmo. It's one I use personally and it's very great. The team is doing a very great job there. The process is actually very simple, so I'm going to walk you through how to go about it in 3 easy steps. They break it down into 3 easy steps, so we're going to go through all of them one by one. Stay tuned to the end. I'll show you the last bit where you can check if you actually qualify to use this service or not. Let's get started. So I'm on my phone now. I'm going to use my phone for this so that you can see how easy it is. I'm going to go to the site. It's called renmo.homes. I've already typed it in. So basically on the home page you can see the writing that tells you deserve a good house, stable finances and all that. That's great. And then you can browse through the site to see how it works, why choose Renmo and all that. I think the two is verification. So see the steps here are very easy. You're going to go through them one by one. For some reason they have my photo on the website. This is not sponsored, by the way. So my name is just right here, and they have some FAQs, simple as that. They even have a USSD code you can dial if you want to make payment and all that. Okay, so it's very simple. Simply tap on apply now, and it will open the application page where you can start filling the form. So let me actually log out so that I can start from the beginning and show you how to go about it. So basically when you start the process, it will just walk you through some steps that you can go about doing it, right? Let me see if I can log out again. Great. So when you click on apply, it brings you to the page where you can enter your phone number and all that. But let me go back to the site again and start from scratch. So you see how you could have started this. So let me close this. All right. So if I apply, now it says welcome to Renmo Homes. So it takes you through the steps. So like I said, there are actually 3 easy steps. So there's the application details part where you fill the application out, document verification, and then landlord verification. So first of all, you need to apply, and then second of all, you give some form of documentation, and the last part is to give some verification that the landlord you're paying to is a real owner, right? So let me tap on get started. The first step is that it will ask you to choose an option. So they have 4 options here. The first one says I want to renew my current place. That is if you have a place that you want to renew. Basically, if where you are staying currently you want to renew your rent and you want them to pay for you, it's available for you. And there's one for I have found a new place to rent, and then I'm still searching for a place to rent, and I'm considering this. So let's assume I want to renew my current place. The next step is to tell us about your current employment status. So you can go through whether you are currently employed in government sector, currently employed in private, self-employed, or currently unemployed. So let's say private sector. So then you are ready to start. So it asks you to create an account if you don't have one on login. So me, I have an account, so I'm just going to log in and show you the steps. So if I log in, okay. So because I already have an account, I'm sure it will ask me to continue. So basically this is how the form looks here. So I filled the found a place application form, pre-approval, doing the documentation, and that's the last one will be the last one, which is the property verification, right? So let me just show you the step by step. The first one is found a place. So the place that I chose initially was I found a place. You can always change it. So let me say I choose it for found a place, for example. I can choose the location I want, and then these are some dummy information I put in, but just to show you how. So let me just choose even this year. So let's say I want to move in in March, for example. I can choose it here. I can state the property type, so maybe chamber and hall, single room, maybe 2-bedroom, and then the duration. Let's say it's 12 months duration, and then payback duration too. You can state how much time do you need to pay back to Renmo. So basically they help you to rent where they will pay the full amount for you, right? Then you will now pay them monthly in installments with some small interest. Let me just say 12 months and I submit it. So I think that's the first part. So I've done the application form too. and then I've done the pre-approval. So note that on the pre-approval you have to pay some small amount to start application process. I think it's about 100 cedis or less. I've forgotten the amount. Now the next step is to upload some form of identification. So I've already done that. I've done my application. So I've submitted, I think you can submit your details. So they ask you your employment type, maybe national service. I don't know what national service you're going to rent a house or an apartment. Alright, so you can choose part-time or whatever, or contract based, doesn't matter. When you started the employment, you can put the dates there. Then you can put the company name there too as well. Doing all this to verify that you are a real person, right? So it makes sense. So I put the website there for the company if they have one, mobile number, location, GPS, and add your selfie to it too. My nice face is here. And then you can put your ID card. And then because if it shows that you are working for somebody, you have to upload your offer letter and all that, add your details. So basically fill all the details you need. And then lastly, you need to have a way of confirming that you can pay back. So they ask you to enter your bank statement as well, and then you submit it, right? So here I can save for later. So I've filled the first part, second part now, and it has been saved. Okay, so now let me go back to where we came from. Then the last part is that now once they approve, so as you can see, for all the steps that I've completed, it is marked as completed, right? So I'm now left with the financial approval. This is where they will approve it, and then they come and make the payment to the landlord. So what happens here is this: the last part, which is the property verification, they want to be sure that the property you are bringing to them is owned by the person you say is owned by, right? They won't give you the money physically. They will take the details of the landlord and pay into the landlord's account so that the landlord receives the money directly. So there's no wahala. So that now every month you will now be paying to Renmo with the small interest, right? So these are the 3 steps that has left for me. So you submit the documents of the place. So let's say the landlord details, the first name, last name, number, location of property, the landmark, GPS, phone number, and all that. When you submit all that, someone will get in touch with you, and then you can book a date when you can go and meet the landlord physically, so that you can all come to an agreement. Because some landlords don't agree to these things. So I think the way you explain to him, some of them too are very flexible, because at the end of the day, he just wants his money, right? Exactly. So once you are done with all this, and then like I said, they will now contact you, and then you can go and meet the landlord, talk about agreements, and then get these details for them. They will pay into the landlord's account directly. Then once that is done, you can see it on your portal here. I don't know if I can see my old ones. Let me see my application. Yeah, I think you can see it here. I think I did this back in 2022. You can see the progress here as well, and it's pending. This is an old one. Then that's it. So once everything is settled, you can just move in, and then they'll give you let me see if I can find my old ones where I had to pay every month. So payment history, for example, you can see the payment that I did for all the period. I will show the amount. So yeah, and then that's it. So the only thing you need to take care of, the only thing you need to note is that you have to pay some down payment. Obviously, it's like a loan sort of, right? So you pay some, I think the first 2 months or so you do a down payment, and then there's a service charge fee, and then that's it, right? Then you can now move into your apartment, because by that time the landlord has been paid, so you are good to go. And every month you get a reminder to pay. So you have, as you can see here, mine, it's let me start from the day here: February, March, April. So you'll be shown a date when you have to be paying your rent by, right? And then that's it. It's basically as simple as that. So check out Renmo and see if it works for you. So like I promised, the last part is to know whether you even qualify, because you need to know whether your salary or your income supports this kind of service. So there's a page where you can go. Let me go back to the home page. So if I go scroll, there's a way you can check for if you qualify. As you can see, it says how it works. Check if you qualify for rent financing. So you can just tap on it. Now there's a form where you can fill. Let me say I earn 5k a month, and the rent I'm going to pay is 500 cedis a month, for example, and then the duration is 12 months, right? Let's say I want to pay back in 12 months as well. Maybe I'll choose I'm employed in government center or whatever, and I click on calculate. It will now show me that, okay, I qualify for the rent financing, and then I can proceed to apply for the rent financing, easy as that. So it will now show you the breakdown. So basically for this rent, I'll pay 1,003 as a refundable deposit, like I mentioned, and then one-time service fee of 500 cedis. Then every month I will be paying them, let me see, I think 1 month, I'll be paying them $66.50 every month as the payback. And then, so it means that if you combine all, I need to pay $1,800 to move in to my apartment without paying the full amount. So that's basically how it works. It's very easy. I'll drop a link to my referral in the description below so that you can use my referral link to register to get some, I think they will give you some points too, yeah. So be sure to use my referral link down below. Let me know if you have any questions or any more explanation on how this works, and I'll be glad to assist. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.